I made brand new plants for Grow a Garden. I'm bored of all of the current fruit in Grow a Garden, so let's go and make our own. I'm inside of Roblox Studio, which is how every single Roblox game is actually created. And we can see some of the behind the scenes of how a Roblox game is actually made. For example, how is Grow a Garden trees and all of this going to be actually made? Let me show you a quick example. This is a carrot, and we can see how this thing would actually grow. And if I wanted to, I could make this an absolutely massive carrot, which is as big as the map, if I wanted to, because that's just how making a game works. I have all the power right now. So much power that in this video, we're going to be making a bunch of brand new fruits. Starting with some of the most unique fruits that you'll ever see. This is called a Buddha's hand. That's right, this is actually a real life fruit, and believe it or not, this isn't in Grow a Garden. This is a very interesting plant, which kind of reminds me of bananas, but on a weird tree. So to go and make this plant, I'm gonna go and get the base model of a cacao, and then go and delete all the cacao off it. And that leaves me just with the base model of the tree. But what I need to do in this scenario is go and start duplicating pieces and moving them around so we can actually go and reshape the tree. Because based on this image, we can see that it kind of grows out at a funny angle. And we want this to be as accurate as humanly possible. So I'm going to go and construct this right now. It's kind of literally like building Legos, because these genuinely also look like Lego blocks as well. So we're just duplicating the parts, going and moving them around and placing them where the next slot I believe fits best. Once I've done this enough times, I think we should then start working on adding the fruit. Now, I mentioned earlier that I thought it kind of looks like a bunch of bananas stuck together, so we're going to go and use the base model of the banana. But the banana has these black tips, so what we need to go and do is actually recolor it so it matches the rest. So these tips right here, we're going to go and recolor them. In case anyone's curious, the color that the banana uses is called bright yellow. So let's go and grab that. And now we have basically a banana with no ends. So what we need to do now is go and attach it to the plant as if it's actually growing from it. So what we're going to do is go and move it around. And then remember, on this image, it kind of grows out at a funny angle. By the way, I'm making this video so Grow a Garden actually hires me, please. If this video does well, get it to 1,000 likes and we'll make a part 2. I will use whatever the top comments on this video actually suggest. Meaning, if you tell me to make like something absolutely dumb, then I'll probably end up having to actually go and make it, which is the pretty concerning part. So we're going to upscale this a little bit, move it around and attach it right here. Now, based on this image, we can see that each bunch has like around 10 to 20 of these weird parts to it. So what we're going to go and do is actually duplicate these and start to go and bunch them up. So what we need to do is grab it, duplicate it, then kind of like change the angle slightly and then move it down to make it into a big bunch of this fruit like this. So now that we have two, we need to go and continue to duplicate this and rotate them until we're complete. And this is going to take a little bit of time. And while we do this, it's a good time for you guys to go and like this video and subscribe. That's right, apparently 50% of you guys who watch these videos are not even subscribed. So you should go and subscribe right now. I think we're going to go and stagger this as well, which might actually help. Now what I mean by that is that we're going to have like multiple layers to it, as that's kind of going to make it look better. We are nearly done. We just need to go and place the final one, which should go around here. And just like that, I think we have just invented ourselves a brand new fruit for Grow a Garden. This is what it looks like in real life. This is what it looks like in Grow a Garden. It is called the Buddha's hand. If Grow a Garden ever adds this plant and it looks like this, then you guys know who to thank. I think this actually worked out pretty good, and it does look pretty much how the plant would look. But this is only one of the many plants that we're going to be making in this video, with the next plant being a guava. Have you ever heard of a guava before? Let us know in the comments. A guava is a tropical fruit, and it's actually one that I have never eaten before. This does look pretty interesting, and I'm kind of surprised that this isn't already in the game. If you go and look at it, it's pretty much a round shape. The inside is very vibrant red, but the out is kind of like green with some specks of brown. So as we can see, the tips of a guava actually have like a brown starry point. What we're going to be going and using is the base model of a lemon tree in Grow a Garden. Let's go and grab this lemon, which is already a pretty accurate representation. We need to go and remove these side leaves, as I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually feature those. Remember that it's more of a green color and it has like this brown tip, so we need to go and recolor this. So we've gone and duplicated a part. We need to go and select a brand new color. We don't want it to be a yellow. We kind of need it to be like this brownie-ish color that will go and represent the tip. Because remember, it does have like this weird brownie tip on the plant. I think we need to do that, go and scale it down so it doesn't affect any of the rest of it, and then go and move it up so it doesn't stick out as much as the rest. Now the rest of this is obviously being a lemon, so we need to go and recolor this. I think maybe what color green is best accurate. There's so many types of greens inside of Roblox. This is actually quite a vibrant green. Definitely not this green. I think we need to actually access more colors and go and manually pick it. I'm thinking more like this shade of green sort of thing. If we're to go and do like a quick cross comparison, it's quite hard actually. What if I press click screen color? We can actually screen grab it. It's more on actually the shade of yellow, which is kind of interesting, but we can actually pick the exact color from the plant, then go back into Roblox, and this is the exact color that was used on the real tree. And now we have that, we have successfully gone and recreated a guava tree. This one isn't quite as fun as the previous one, but I'm pretty sure this is what a guava would look like inside of Grow a Garden. I'm slightly curious what this will look like if we go and upscale this thing. Everything should go and technically work if we go and make this very big and then move it into the tree. And yeah, this is what it look like if you manage to go and get a giant guava fruit, and if you're really lucky that it would end up looking like this, which is pretty cool that it actually goes and keeps the same style as Grow a Garden does. Up next, we're going to be going and making a sugar apple. I didn't even know this thing existed, but what in the world is this? It's an apple, but it's called a sugar apple. This thing looks absolutely insane. I can't believe that this is actually a real thing. I don't really know how much of this is edible. Like, it doesn't look like you just want to bite into that like you would with a normal apple, let's be honest. But let's go and attempt to recreate this thing. Closest similarity that we currently have in Grow a Garden might actually be this corn, because it has all of these segments, which when we look at this plant does have a bunch of segments, but it's also slightly similar to a grape. So for the base model, I can't exactly tell what we're going to do, but I think we're going to start off with a grape. And these things do also actually grow in a similar way that a grape does, which I honestly wasn't really expecting to see. I thought it would be more similar to how an apple actually grows. So what we're going to be going and doing is replicating the whole grape tree and going and redesigning it. But first of all, let's go and start with the fruit. What we need to do is go and recolor this, and I think what worked really well is going into the more colors and manually picking it from the photo. This does actually work. We're going to press pick screen color and try and find a good one. I didn't know you could do this, but this is actually revolutionary. Like, the fact that I can just color pick this is pretty cool. So we're going to go and select this one. I think that's a pretty good shade. Then if we jump back into Roblox, we'll be able to see that, yeah, it's practically the same thing. Now, the only issue is that the shape definitely isn't currently accurate. This is definitely more round, and what we have here is more of like a V shape. So we need to go and actually redesign this. So to do that, we're going to be going and removing some parts, moving bits around, and placing pieces in new areas so we can go and replicate that sort of shape that we want. Now this might take a little bit of time compared to the other ones, but I'm not sure how good it's going to be. So we're going to be going and grabbing these pieces, moving it around to try and make that sphere sort of shape, and place this right here. The more you look at a grape, the weirder it actually looks. Like, this was the Grow a Garden grape model. That's so weird. I think we need some more pieces like sticking out in the middle, potentially. Okay, yeah, this is definitely difficult to make. I probably shouldn't have started off with a grape. I probably should have just started from scratch, as honestly, this shape is very odd looking. Now we need to find the tip because, oh, I found it. The tip of this is also like a brown stem. So what we can do again is also go and press more colors, pick from the screen, and go and actually select the shade, maybe like the darker one. And voila, we have managed to color pick it. Actually needs to go and regroup everything, and that actually successfully worked. Normally it doesn't. And then go and get this tree. I think we're gonna go and grow it first. To do that, we're literally just gonna upscale this thing so it's a pretty big vine tree. Then we can just simply delete the fruit, grab our fruit, and then go and attach it onto the tree. So for this, we're also going to go and upscale it to make it a bit more satisfying. and go and move it, and we have to make sure it's attached to one of the vines, because if not, it would make absolutely zero sense. And voila, we have successfully made a sugar apple tree. Sugar apples do actually grow on this weird vine according to Google, and this is a pretty interesting plant. Now do I see Grow Garden going and adding this? Out of all the things, actually I wouldn't be surprised. Grow Garden has some of the strangest plants already inside of the game, yet they don't have this knowledge. I mean, later down the line, if you're watching this in the future, there's a chance Grow Garden might have added all of these plants. The next plant is going to be called a purple carrot. Did you know that carrots are originally purple? You can Google it. Purple carrots are a natural variety, not the result of genetic modification. So basically what this means is that carrots were naturally actually purple, but people decided to choose orange carrots instead. So we're going to be going and making a lovely purple carrot. This is probably going to be the easiest one yet. All we need to do is actually go and grab ourselves the carrot, go and select all of the parts and actually go and recolor it. We just selected it from the screen and we have this. I think the tip of the carrot is actually a bit brighter compared to what we currently have. We have a dark green currently, but the purple carrot's got a slightly lighter version, and there you go. This does look pretty weird, but believe it or not, this is a real life carrot that you can go and get naturally in the wild. Which I think is just really crazy to think that you could just go out and find a giant purple carrot. Now what we have done is actually made a giant one right now. We're gonna go and grab it, move it, push it down a little bit, and there we go. We got a big old purple carrot. Now, is there a chance that Grow Garden might add purple carrots? Probably. In fact, we already have chocolate carrots, right? Like this is a thing, a chocolate carrot. So why not add a purple carrot? Maybe it'll be like for a special event. I don't know. They've definitely got to come up with some unique seeds for events in the future, because if not, they'll just run out of plants. The final plant, I wanted it to be inspired by Stranger Things. Believe it or not, this is a real plant and is what inspired a Demogorgon from Stranger Things. This is called a Stapela plant, and it looks like this. Let me know if you've ever watched Stranger Things in the comment section, but I thought it'd be fun to go and turn this into a plant. Now for the final one, instead of going and making it in Roblox Studio, I thought I'd go and do it in Photoshop. We went and got this plant and went and took the head off. You see, what's interesting about this plant is that if I go and crop just this one segment, and then go and duplicate it 5 times, we can go and place it in this arrangement that makes it look slightly like the plant. Then all I needed to do was go and color it red, add a black hole into the middle, and then add some teeth into the middle as well, just like this, color them white, add another star head, and this thing looks like the thing from Stranger Things. I really hope that maybe they do a collab for the next season. Give us some suggestions down below, and I might just go and make them in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, go press the button on the screen right now to watch me rate 100 Grow a Garden gardens out of 5 stars to try and find the best garden in Grow a Garden. Press the button on the screen to go and watch it.